Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Marta, and I'm here with my team members, Mayra, Salim, Iyush, Mahir Kumar, and Harshit. We are students from Georgian College at ILAC, and we are excited to present our project report on the Seva Food Bank. This project was undertaken as part of our course in project management under the guidance of our instructor, Lakbir Sekon. Our presentation will cover the background of our project, the problem we aim to address, our project objectives, and the scope of our work. We will also discuss our planning and execution processes, the resources we utilize, and the risks we manage, and the outcomes of our efforts. The primary objective of our project was to support the Seva Food Bank by collecting food donations. Seva Food Bank is a crucial organization that provides food support to individuals and families experiencing food insecurity. To achieve our goal, we volunteered at the Subsamandi grocery store. Our role was to engage with customers and encourage them to purchase and donate non-perishable food items. This project not only helped gather much-needed supplies for the food bank, but also aimed to raise awareness about food insecurity in our community. Throughout this presentation, we will walk you through the various stages of our project, from planning and setup to execution and evaluation. Seva Food Bank plays a vital role in addressing food insecurity within our community. Food insecurity is a serious issue that affects many Canadians, including children, adults, and seniors. According to Statistics Canada, food insecurity is defined as the inadequate or insecure access to food due to financial constraints. It leads to negative health outcomes and exacerbates social inequalities. Seva Food Bank steps in to alleviate this problem by distributing donated food to those in need. Food banks like Seva are essential for the well-being of many vulnerable individuals and families. Our project aims to support Seva Food Bank's mission by organizing a food drive, thereby contributing to the fight against food insecurity. Food insecurity is a growing concern in Canada, with many individuals and families struggling to afford sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. The problem is exacerbated by the economic challenges, unemployment, and rising living costs. As a result, food banks have become a lifeline for many, providing essential food support. Seva Food Bank is one such organization that helps mitigate the issue of food insecurity by distributing donated food to those in need. Our project was designed to address this problem by collecting food donations and raising awareness within the community. By engaging with customers at Samandi grocery store, we aim to encourage more people to contribute to this important cause and help reduce food insecurity in our community.
Hello, I'm going to talk about the objectives and scope and the project planning. About the project objectives, our goals are to get food donations, tell people about food insecurities, and get the community to volunteers. Project scope, the geographical area is include working at Subsi Mandi grocery store on July 15 from 9 to 12 p.m. With key stakeholders including Seva Food Bank, Subsi Mandi, and or volunteers. We start with the planning phase, defining our project goals and identify the stakeholders and the volunteers. Create a detailed plan and timeline for the event. Then we coordinate with Subsimandi manager to talk about the project and together do a schedule for the collection days and obtain the necessary permissions. On the event day, we recollect all the material like tables, canopies, and signs assigned all the roles to the volunteers, and set up our collections area.
Hi, I will present the section of execution and closing. In this part, we will explain how we carry out and wrap the event of this volunteer. In the execution, the first thing we had to do was engage with customers entering to the store. This means welcoming them, explaining the event, and encouraging them to donate. Next, we collect donations at the designated area. This area should be clearly marked as easy for customers to find. We choose the entrance, of course, because it was the place where we have to get in touch with them. We also needed to track donations and volunteer participation. This helps us to manage the event and keeps everything transparent. At the closing, at the end of the event, we collected and transported donations to Seva Food Bank. This completes the donation process. Then we have a meeting with volunteers to debrief. We talk about what went well and what we could improve in our next volunteer. Finally, we evaluated the project's success and gathered a feedback from both volunteers and participants to see the impact and find our areas for improvement. This chart shows our timeline and tasks for the event. So, in week 1 and 2, we focused on planning. This included organizing our strategy and making sure everything was ready. In week 2, we coordinated with Subsea Mandy to ensure they were on board with our plans. In week 3, we prepared all materials and logistics needed for the event. In week 4, we set up the event day. This involved arranging collection bins, tables, and promotional materials. On the same week, we engaged with customers and collected some donations. And in week 5, we evaluated the event success and gathered feedback. We also transported the donations to Seva Food Bank. Lastly, I will talk about resource allocation. This is how we use our resources for the event. First of all, the human resources. We had 6 volunteers helping with tasks such as engaging customers and collecting donations. The physical resources, we needed collection bins for the donations, tables, and a canopy to set up the collection area, signs and promotional materials to attract attention and guide customers, and transportation to move the donations to Seva Food Bank. Then the financial resources, we had a budget for the event to cover all expenses, and we identified funding resources to support this event financially. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Mahir Kumar Khatra. So in this slide we are going to discuss about some potential risk as well as mitigation strategy. So let's get started. So first one is low volunteer turnover. To address the risk of low volunteer turnover, we will develop a robust back plan for volunteer recruitment, including reaching out to community organization and leveraging social media. The next one is inclement weather. In case inclement weather affecting our setup, we will check the weather forecast regularly and arrange for backup indoor setup if needed. The third one is logistical issue with transportation. To prevent logistical issue with transportation, we will confirm all transportation arrangement well in advance and have a contingency plan in place. The another one is low customer participants. Finally, to mitigate the risk of low customer participant, we will prepare engaging materials and train our voluntary to effective communicate with with and attract customer for the event. So here we will utilize multiple communication method to ensure everyone is informed and engaged. So there are several ways to communication for communication. The first one is emails. We will send regularly update to volunteer and the stakeholder to keep them informed about the progress and any important announcement. The second one is meeting. We will hold pre-event and post-event meetings with the project team and to discuss plans, address any issues, and review outcomes. And the third one is social media. We will promote the event and share updates on various social media platforms to reach a broader audience and engage the community and get a more customer for our food collection. The last but not the least is flyers and posters. This will be distributed at Sabji Mandi and around the communication community to raise awareness and encourage participant. So this event held on July 5th, 2024, to kickstart the project and align our goals and strategies. So for this slide, we will discuss key activities and milestone. So for the key activities, the first one is coordination with Sabji Mandi. So during the event, we established a partnership with Sabji Mandi to streamline our efforts. And for that collection area, we designed area and set up the collection donation. And the third one is engaging with customer. So during the event, we actively engaged with the customer to encourage their participation in the event. And the last one is collecting and delivering donation. So finally here, whatever we collected during the event, make sure that we collect all donation and ensure we delivered efficiently. So during the event, our milestone is that initial setup. So this marks the start of a project, and with all preparatory steps completed. Midway check-in. At this point, we had an access our progress and make necessary adjustment according to the situation. The last but not the least is final collection and delivery. So the project scheduled with the final collection and successful delivery of donations. So these steps and checkpoints will guide us in achieving our project goals effectively. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Arshit Parsala and I'm going to talk about resource utilization and team management. In resource utilization, volunteers were allocated specific roles to ensure smooth operation. In the last event, we do have all the resources to perform our task and proper use of physical and finance resources. And the second one is team management. In team management, we do have a team leader, volunteer coordinators, setup crew, customer engagement team, and then their responsibility is to each team member had a specific task to ensure efficiency. So team so project manager has to allow has two main responsibilities: resource utilization and team management. In the next slide, I'm going to talk about detailed process description, in which we had 5 tasks. The first one is setting up. In the setting up, all members were arrived and set up tables, canopy, and signs. The next one is volunteer roles. The 3 students at the collection area were standing, and others are standing at store entrance. And the next one is customer interaction. Engage customers to buy non-perish food for the food bank, in which non-perish food means like the packaged foods. In the next collection, customers dropped off donation at the collection table, and also we collect some monies because they are like dropped monies at the collection area. So we collected not only food but also money. And the last one is post event. Seva Food Bank collected donations for distribution, like all the food and monies goes to Seva Food Bank's I mean Seva Food Bank's like main office, something like that. And then like they will distribute it according to their schedule. Our performance were measured by three key points. The first one is amount of food collected and also money, and the second one is number of volunteer engaged. There were like 8 people or 8 people in one group. And the third one is community feedback and participation. And the second one is issue tracking, like there were unavoidable issue. For example, low turnout in the initial time of period. We had a issue to low turnout because of less number of customers, and we had a find a resolution. uh, ask every volunteer to do their best, and then after that we had more foods that we collected, and also we collected more money. That's it from my side.
Hi Professor, today I am going to discuss about change management process and project deliverables. To handle changes in project scope or timeline, proposed changes will be documented, reviewed and assessed for their impact on resources, budget and schedule. Approved changes will be communicated and the project plan updated accordingly. The primary deliverable is the total amount of food donations collected. This will significantly impact Seva Food Bank by providing essential resources and raising awareness, thereby fostering community support and enhancing food security. And let's talk about what we learned from this. Clear communication and assigning roles boost volunteer engagement and enthusiasm, which increases customer participation. Risk management needs preparation for low volunteer turnout and bad weather with flexible plans. Community involvement is enhanced with friendly approaches and informative materials emphasizing community support's importance. Thorough planning, task allocation, and regular updates are crucial for coordination. Efficient use of resources and good financial planning for promotions are essential. We need to better strategies for volunteer requirement, preparation for unexpected challenges, and streamlined donation, collection, and transportation processes. Well, now it's turn to conclude this. Our project supported Seva Food Bank by collecting non-perishable food donations and raising awareness about food insecurity. We engaged the community at Sabji Mandi grocery store, encouraging customers to contribute despite challenges like weather and logistics. Our thorough planning and resources allocation ensured success. We collected a significant amount of food which Seva Food Bank distributed to those in need. Thank you.